Let's make sure. Oh, there we go. I turn off this damn heater. Okay. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Vixen After Dark. Thank you so much for staying tuned in, tap in, turn on. I'm your host, Leticia Yofo. If you guys haven't already joined the fam, please make sure you smash that subscribe button and click the bell right next to it. Ding! That way you guys are notified every time I go live. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get started because it is Sag season, honey. Okay, we just embarked as of what was it today? Yesterday. Yesterday, and the moon was in Sag. We just had a new moon in Sag. It's in Capricorn already right now. But today, what we're going to discuss is we're going to talk about pretty much Sag season, how to break down what's going on. I'm also going to bring in some key dates, okay? A lot of things are changing because we are slowly moving out of retrograde. So I'm going to let you know what's going on for the remainder of Sag season. I'm also going to do a collective energy, what we're all feeling, what you might experience personally, what to watch out for. You know the drill. So also, if you're a sun, moon, or rising in Sagittarius, I'll discuss that. And then we'll talk about some aspects that are playing out currently because I have the charts pulled up here as of today. And then I'll also chime in as far as your rising sign and what house will be affected for you during this season. So it's going to shine some light. Okay. And then, you guys, I'm going to do a collective spread. So that is what we're diving into. Okay. So I hope you got everything ready. Let me pull up, make sure I'm ready. Sure. Okay. Hold on, honey, because we're gonna get into it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Oh, let's do it on this one. We'll switch this guy to go here. On that one. Boom, bam. Okay. And you guys, I'm live. So also too, after the live video, I will do timestamps. That way you guys can refer back to whatever particular spot that you want to go to and see. So let's talk about it, okay? Let's pull up the charts, you guys. All right, let's confirm this. All right, you guys. So Sagittarius season is not coming in soft, okay? This is the energy pretty much where the universe basically hands you, you know, the truth that you may have been avoiding as well. So this could be wrapped in a bow of optimism, but it still burns a little bit. So now, most people think since Sag is a fire sign that, you know, this is all going to be about fun and freedom. Well, it can be, but there's always polarity in everything, right? So, this is going to be the season. It's going to be like a spiritual checkpoint disguised as a glow up, okay? I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into that in a moment. But you know how, like, it's like you've been feeling, you know, you're right on the edge of a breakthrough and everything's been kind of slow, it's been funky, it could be confusing. Whew. It's because every planet here has been in retrograde for the most part. It's like you're moving forward, but the universe has been pulling your hoodie like, hold up. So that's kind of this energy, okay? So here's the real reason. I know there's only a few. There's Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, North Node, and Chiron all retrograding right now, okay? And so here's the real reason. We're going to be stepping out of the retrograde energy one planet at a time. And I'm going to tell you which ones are going to be doing that. And this Sag energy is the match that lights the tunnel back up. Because you got to keep game on the fact that there's Aries, there's Leo, and Sag, right? Aries is like, I got all the tools. Let's go start the bonfire. Let's go have the party. Leo's like, all right, let's light this shit up. You know, give me the mic, lights, and the stage, the lighter. Let's go. Sag is like, we're going all night till 3 a.m. So you can imagine being in Sag season, this is what's going to carry out, okay? Now, it's going to feel like, I would say, things that you felt were blocked, or I would say if you were blocked in a certain way, it wasn't denial. Things are going to start realigning for you right now during this time. Okay. So I'm going to break down the month of what's playing out. So let's kind of pull up the Astro month calendar here. And if you guys don't know, I always use astroseek.com. There's two different ones. So make sure it's the astro-seek.com. Okay. Now, let's see here. So we've got on the 28th, you guys, we have Saturn is finally going to go direct in Pisces. Now, that's like a shadow phase, okay? After that, it's going to be in a 2-week shadow period when this happens. Now, that's a major planet that's not going to be retrograde anymore, okay? So, pretty much what that energy is going to be, it's going to be like a get your life together spiritual moment, okay? Boundaries are going to start tightening up, lessons are going to click for you, karma is going to return with receipts, honey. Okay, so I would say on the good side, though, on the good flip, you can really look at it as you're going to have a lot of clarity in your purpose. Like, what is it that I'm doing? What's going on? What's playing out? A lot of routines, okay, might start forming because Saturn is the planet of discipline. So you're going to have better routines. You're going to be more disciplined, and you're going to be more so on your soul path. Now, we also have here Mercury. I know everyone's talking about Mercury drinking the Kool-Aid, right? So on the 29th, Mercury is going to finally go direct. Okay, so the secrets are going to stop whispering, they're going to start talking. So truth's going to surface, more clarity, okay? And any hidden conversations that you may have had, they're all going to be resolved. So that's good. And then you have on the 30th here, we got Venus is going to enter Sagittarius as well. Okay, the planet of love and money, honey. So pretty much your love life is going to get hopeful again. Your money's going to get a little bit more adventurous as time goes on. You might even dabble into new relationships or new ships, friendships, whatever ship you're sailing. Travel energy. You're going to be more inspired. Okay, you're going to have some fresh motivation that's going to be carrying out as well. So then we carry on, we'll have another full moon that's going to pop off. And that full moon, we move to December. So now we're going to be into December, the other half of Sag season, you guys. So December 4th, we'll have a full moon in Gemini. So that's like information dump. You're going to hear a lot of news, communication. You're going to make some bold decisions. You may receive some messages, some DMs. Things might just get revealed to you, okay? And then finally, Neptune's going to go direct in Pisces. And that's when the fog is just going to lift up and all the illusions are going to fall. Okay. So stuff that you were confused about are suddenly going to become obvious once again, which is great. Right. So you're going to get spiritual upgrades. You're going to get psychic clarity. You're going to get your intuition is going to be accurate as fuck. Okay. And then we have on December 11th, now Mercury is going to take its turn in Sagittarius as well on the 11th, which is blunt. That's going to be some blunt honesty energy, unfiltered clarity, some big ideas, big mouth energy is what I like to call it. People are going to start saying what they really mean when, Mercury's in the sign of Sagittarius. And then we have on the 15th, you guys, it's going to play out. Oh, excuse me. Oh no, on the 14th, Mars is going to enter Capricorn. So that's going to be a lot of discipline. You're going to be a little bit more ambitious than ever. This is going to be that phase where it's going to be, I'm tired of talking, watch me work. Because that's Capricorn energy. Capricorn rules the 10th house of, work, career, money, all of the things, right? And then ending Sag season, we're going to have a new moon in Sagittarius on the 20th. Yeah. Plus, let's see here. No, that's on the 19th. New moon on the 19th in Sagittarius. And then plus Lilith is finally going to change signs and enter Sagittarius. Finally, Lilith is going to be in a fire sign. So that's that's a fresh restart. That's a rebirth, okay? Because you got to think Lilith is that dark feminine energy. So that's going to add a little bit of rebellion. That's going to be like that energy where I'm done dimming my light, okay? That's what that's going to be. So let's get into the collective energy on what we all will be feeling. So for the most part, you guys, if you really think about it, this is a fire sign, right? So we're going to shift all the way from confusion to having a little bit of direction. We're going to be a little bit more motivated during this time. If your motivation was a little dry, now it's going to amp up now. You're going to have more opportunities pulling in. You know, there's going to be some endings that might happen as well. Like I said, you're going to expand. Some of you guys may travel even more. And this could be just taking little trips, doesn't have to be nothing major. But a lot of movement is going to happen. Sag likes to get out of the box and just move around. People want more freedom, more truth, more honesty. You're going to have a little bit more of a desire to reconnect with your purpose, okay? Reconnect with whatever it is that you got going on. Now, what you might experience personally, okay, with Sag energy, since it rules the ninth house, you're going to get random spiritual downloads. You know, you might feel more bold, more confident, right, in what you're doing. It's like you want to cut all that fake shit off, okay? So you're going to have the desire to be a little bit even more honest with what you got going on, and you're going to even crave it. Like your energy is going to just start craving to expand, maybe a new job, maybe a new business venture, you know, a new environment, who knows, okay? New people, new faces, new places. So the synchronicities, honey, are going to hit like crazy, all right? And I would say this is going to be a breakthrough energy for many of you during Sag season. You're going to have a major breakthrough energy. There's going to be a lot of things that feel like divine timing has stepped in. You're going to actually keep game on it. You're going to see it. Like you're going to see these new paths start opening up. Now, you guys know I always give the flip side. So I would say what to watch out for, you guys, is definitely overdoing it. Sag energy can have you burnt out to the max. So make sure you're not overdoing anything. You know, of course, you want to speak and be authentic, but sometimes with Sag energy, they like to just be extra blunt. They want to just kind of say whatever's on their mind, you know, not really think about it. So very impulsive. So even with your decision making, you might be a little bit impulsive. You might speak a little too blunt. You might be a little too honest. And then on top of that, once you do that, you might want to escape from what you just said because you're like, oh shit, that affected that person that way. Oh damn. And then on top of that, Sag, like I said, doesn't like to be put in a box. They like to explore and be free. So that energy of maybe ignoring your responsibilities might be a theme as well. We all know it's the holiday season. You're probably on vacation with family. So then, yeah, chill out, you know, if it makes sense to you. But if you got shit to do, you don't want to do it and get it done. So lists are going to be a thing. Okay. So we all could be facing too some type of spiritual burnout, you know, and that cocky versus confidence thing might be an error as well. Now, if you are a sun, moon, or rising Sagittarius, you know, I would call this your reset. Happy solar return, by the way, to all my Sages, okay? But this will be your reset. This will be your rebirth. This is your new cycle. This is your new personal year if you have a sun in Sag. Now, if you are a sun in Sag, I would say that you're going to have more purpose and you're going to know your purpose, I would say. You're going to have a lot of clarity on that. If you're a Sag moon energy, as far as your emotions go, because the moon rules your emotions, so you're going to have an emotional renewal during this time. And if you're a Sag rising, you all know it's going to be in your first house, right? So what do you think? Your first house, you are going to get a whole identity shift. You know, you might get a new look, you know, some new energy coming in. It's like you're literally starting all the way over from the top. Okay. Now, I'm going to pull up some aspects here that are playing out right now. So let me pull up the aspects calendar. That way we can talk quick on possibly what you could be feeling this weekend as you're watching this video. So we do have a few things tapping in. Right here, we've got, so the sun right now is in Sag, right? It's barely hitting the degrees right now. It's just got in nice and fresh. So Sun and Sag is going to trine Neptune. We all know Neptune is in Pisces right now. So what does this energy look like? And Neptune is retrograding at the same time. So your dreams are going to feel really real. You might just wake up and be like, dang, was that a dream or was that not? Okay. A lot of manifestations are going to start materializing, or there'll be a window that you'll notice to where things are going to start coming in like, dang, I manifest swear I was talking about that. And then boom, it's just like appears and it's happening and you're walking in it. So you're going to have many breakthroughs with your intuition, just more clarity this weekend. You might feel a little bit more creative this weekend, because we do also have the sun, which is trining Neptune, um, as well, and the sun's conjuncting Uranus and Taurus, and Uranus is right now just moved back into Taurus and it's retrograding. So that's where you can have some surprises happening this weekend. That has to deal with your living situation, your relationship, or your money. Just a lot of breakthroughs and curveballs could be playing out with this energy. Some of it's going to be dragging in for a few days, okay, as far as these aspects go. We do also have Jupiter right now is in Cancer. So Jupiter is going to trine, which is helping out Saturn in Pisces. Okay. Saturn's at the tail end of its retrograde in Pisces. So that's when expansion meets the discipline. That's when, the growth comes with a little bit of structure, but it equals lasting success. So that's a good thing, right? And then you also have Uranus is in Taurus, right? So Uranus is going to sextile Neptune as well. And literally just saying all these aspects right now this weekend is like quantum energy. Quantum energy. A lot of downloads. You might have some new solutions to some old problems, okay? You might have some awakening vibes that are going to be playing out. Now, let's tap into the rising signs. Hopefully, you guys have been watching my channel for a while. You downloaded your charts. You already know your big three, sun, moon, and rising. So, I'm going to talk about what house is going to be lit up for you. It's going to be deep. I'm going to give you some nuggets, okay? But you can always tap into your own natal chart and decipher, because I did do a series, you guys, if you didn't know. I have a series on my channel now where it's breaking down how to read your natal chart, how to read your human design chart, so you guys can tap into those series of videos that I recently did this year. I was kind of excited to do that, so I was getting a ton of questions on my TikTok. Follow me on my TikTok as well, because I do like updates as they come. So let's talk about it. So Aries rising. So we all know this is going to be happening in your ninth house, Aries. Okay. And when Sag is in the ninth house, it's home. So book that trip. Okay. Say yes to learning, teaching, just expanding your skill set. Really follow whatever idea that you may have that scares you the most. I would say follow that, because something good is going to come out of it. Now, what you want to kind of avoid is, staying small. Like, if you think big and you want to do big, be big, right? So, this is not the energy to over explain yourself, explain where you're at spiritually. Like, just don't run from any type of uncomfortable truth, okay? Taurus rising. So, Taurus rising, this is going to be hitting your 8th house. Okay, so this is a Scorpio house. So I would say handle your money, any type of debt that you got going on, taxes, investments, anything like that. You want to make sure you take care of it. And this is the time to actually go deep on an emotional standpoint. Okay, not wide, deep. So let that old version of you, whatever that may be, die off. Like, it's time to let that old version of you die off. Okay. So I would avoid just being clingy, because when you have been triggered through, whatever trauma that you've been in, it doesn't feel good, right? So don't cling to any comfort, like work on it. Don't avoid intimacy during this time. Don't avoid being vulnerable. That's going to be your superpower. Don't ignore the money red flags, like all of these things. So you want to do the opposite, right? Gemini rising. So Gemini rising, what you want to do, this is going to be in your 7th house of relationships. So having fire here, I would say just show up honestly in your relationships. Okay. Negotiate with a little bit of clarity. All right. Build some partnerships that are actually going to last during this time, and build connections that actually match your growth. Okay. Things that you do want to avoid, I would say try not to ghost any problems that you may have. Okay. Make sure that you you don't choose chaos over any type of connections right now during this time. And don't assume, please. Okay. Don't do that act like you know kind of information. No. Don't assume anything if it's playing out in the seventh house, because that's going to be ugly. Because remember, it's retrograde season. Cancer rising. If you're a Cancer rising, this is going to be in your sixth house. So this is a domestic house. This is a Virgo house. So this season in Sag season, you're going to want to fix your routine. This can be even just cleaning up your space, your habits, your schedule, just tidy it up, prioritize your health during this time, making sure you're getting rest. You know, if you're a hustler, you want to make sure you get rest. You make sure you want to get sleep and things of that nature. Okay. Try not to burn out by trying to save everybody. Not everybody wants to be saved. Okay. Just don't self-sacrifice is what I would say. And try not to ignore sleep or your diet or anything that triggers stress. Just try not to let it get to you in that aspect. Leo rising. So Leo rising, this looks like it's hitting your fifth house. This is a house of creativity. This is your house. So this is good. So this is where you're going to feel so creative. You're going to want to play. You're going to want to laugh. You're going to want to put yourself out there, romantically or creatively, because it deals with romantic partners in the fifth house as well. So you're going to want to let your inner child thrive. Okay. And try not to dim your confidence. Don't dim your light. Don't chase any validation. Only validation you need is from yourself. Okay. And try not to procrastinate, because if you keep saying, oh, I'll do it later, oh, I'll do it later, you're going to want to, whatever creative energy you have, get it in this season. Get it. Just get it. Virgo rising. So, Virgo rising, this is going to be playing in your fourth house. So this is a Cancer house. Okay. This is dealing with your home, foundation, your values. So I would say this is the time to nest. This is the cupcake season, right? Ground yourself, heal any family patterns that you may have, fix up your house, feng shui it. You might even move during this season. Okay. Some of you guys might move to a whole new location. All right. You might just reorganize everything and just rest and setting your intentions during this time. Okay. What you don't want to do is overthink your feelings when it's in this house, um, and try not to control everything. Okay. And also too, don't ignore those emotional boundaries that you set. All right. Libra rising. So in this season of Sag, this is going to be in your third house of communication. Okay, so remember I said when Mercury moves into Sag, that's going to be that speak your truth energy, big mouth energy. So that's probably what you're going to do, whether it's through writing, whether it's through posting, whether it's through creating content, whether it's through networking. Just say what you've been holding back, because the truth is going to set you free, literally. Hopefully you did that in Scorpio season, but you still have that opportunity here. So try not to be passive aggressive, try not to delay any important conversations that you need to have during this time, and don't shrink your voice just to keep the peace. Really say what's on your mind, because that's really how you filter out who's for you and who's not. All right. Scorpio rising. So this is going to hit your second house of money, values. So raise your prices. If you are working for somebody, raise them prices up, however much you make an hour, if you can. If you own a business, raise the prices, okay? Because put in account for all the time, blood, sweat, tears, energy, labor, all the things, okay? It's time to upgrade your self-worth when it's in this house, all right? So please make sure you do that. And just rebuild your money mindset. Rebuild it. Try not to settle for any crumbs. You deserve the world. Try not to let fear or doubt, stop you from upgrading your life, however that may look. And try not to do any retail therapy where you overspend just to feel a little better, because you're going to regret it, especially if there's things that you want to do for the next year to come, if you're supposed to save, right? Sag rising. So Sag rising, this is going to be in your first house, of course, as I said earlier. So, you know, you're going to be reinventing yourself. Okay. This is where you change your look, change your identity, change your hair. Um, Not only that, you're changing your habits. Some habits that you may have, you might want to tap into some new ones. It takes 21 days to lose a habit and 21 days, of course, to gain a better one, right? So move how the new version of you would move, pretty much. So try not to cling to your old version or your old storyline. And I know that may be something that people would like to do, but try not to, don't play small, okay, out of loyalty or past versions of yourself. So just try not to avoid the spotlight, is what I'm saying, because it's all yours since it's in the first house. Capricorn rising. So this is going to be in your 12th house. Now, this is a spiritual house. This is a Pisces house. Okay. So this is going to be your season to rest, recharge, really release right now during this time, and just face any subconscious patterns that you may have. Okay. This is going to be hitting me because I'm a Capricorn rising. So I'm already feeling it out, like cleaning out or closing out cycles, right? With intention. So setting your intentions with everything. So what you want to make sure of is that you don't overwork through any type of emotional shift. So things might get a little bit emotional for you. You might be a little sensitive during this time. So try not to hold on to any resentment or guilt. And also do not ignore your intuition because it is screaming at you right now. It is super loud. Let me tell you. Okay. Aquarius rising. So this is going to be in your 11th house. Okay. This is a house. This is a social house and this is your house. So it's going to be home for you. So networking is going to come easy. Joining any type of communities you might tap into. You might upgrade your goals during this time. You might connect with people who just really share your vision during this time. I would say just try not to isolate yourself. Don't limit your dreams just because other people don't see them yet. Period. Okay. So try not to just, don't tolerate any surface level BS either when it comes to friendships. Okay. Let people know, like set those boundaries and let them know what's up. And last but not least, we do have Pisces rising in your 10th house. So this is going to be in your 10th house. I would say make sure that you step into the spotlight during this time. You know, 10th house is career. It's a Capricorn house, right? It's career, money. So speak up at work, say what's on your mind, make that bold move, okay? You know, whether it's a promotion or you're trying to pivot or launch something in your own business, however that may look. Just try not to hide, right? Know that you are ready, like you're ready for this, okay? Because when you hide, it's showing that you're not ready. So try not to procrastinate, make those big decisions that you need to make, and just don't let the imposter syndrome run you, is what I like to say. Now, let's tap in. We're going to do a little bit of a spread. I did want to do a spread to see what is playing out, you guys. So let's go ahead and pull up the let's pull out the cards. And I got a new deck. That's why I'm so excited. You guys don't forget to like and comment down below if you are live watching. I am here. You can ask questions. So let's get into it. So now, you guys, just so you know, I'm going to go through the astrological updates and then we're going to start doing spreads. Okay. So let's get a collective energy and see what we need to know. I'm going to go over the collective energy. I'll probably pull some moon cards since we did just have a new moon. Crystal cards, chakra, money, career. I might use the Ancestor Deck, love and relationships, and also just a card of inspiration. Okay, so let's go ahead and tap in and see what we got. Okay, look at that. Oh, yes. You guys are leaving the baggage behind. There's some of you guys are just ready to roll. Okay, with that Six of Swords energy. We do have some flipped up energy here. Some of you guys are just, during this season, this is what you may experience as well. So take what resonates and leave out the rest. We'll get some clarifiers in a minute. So, yeah, some of you guys are definitely on this phase of letting go of the baggage, releasing it, letting go. And like I said, some of you guys might even move. That is some of y'all might just move. If you haven't already, you're thinking about it, or just moving in a different direction on how you're going forward with everything in life right now during this time. Okay. You know, there could be some offers that could be coming in, and it just might not be the offer that you want. Okay, as well. But I feel as if some of you guys are going to be focusing on the bag, focusing on that money, you know, getting things together. You're also going to be able to handle everything. So you're going to feel so much better when you have the means to take care of whatever it is that you need to take care of as well. There will be a big decision that you may have to make. I don't know if it's, you know, towards an opportunity or career or business wise, but there's something that's going to leave you a little bit indecisive, and don't lose sleep over it. Let me tell you, okay? Do not lose sleep over it, even though you may be thinking about it. And this could just be the Sag energy of having so many ideas. So make sure that you're taking action on them, though, because I don't see any action cards here. Make sure you are not just leaving that idea. You know, they always say, you know, the richest people are in the graveyard, right? So make sure that you are putting everything to the forefront. Now, I do feel here you will be in your emotions, okay? There will be some new beginnings. There will be things that are said. There's something that you could be very passionate about now all the way up until the full moon, okay? Something that you see, okay? This could be new love, new relationship, a new passion, something that you're going to dive deep into. But make sure that you are tapping into the driver's seat and doing it the way that you want to do it, and not having anyone else tell you how to move with it, okay? We're going to get some clarifiers here that we can go a little bit deeper and see what's playing out. I need some we need some clarification on that. Okay. And then I'm gonna tap into the other ones as we go. Let's do one more shuffle on these. And someone had mentioned, like, oh, I miss when you did readings. I'm like, I know. Let's clarify Swords. Okay, let's see. Yep. So there's a message that could be coming in for you at any point in time. And it's a message on how to move. So some of you guys could have been stuck on, how do I do this? How do I do that? So like I said, those ideas are going to come to you, but something will give you a light bulb moment to where you're going to feel ready to take whatever action that may be, which is awesome. Because like I said, sometimes you might be bored with however it is that you're executing something. It could be something that you're working on. It could be people you're dealing with. It could be anything in life right now. There's a little bit, you know, Sagittarius like to be lit. So there might be a little bit of boredom in a certain area. So you might have to revamp, rebrand, redo something. Let's see what that may be pertaining to. Yeah, that is so funny. Yeah, you're going to have to make sure that you don't overexhaust yourself, okay? You don't want to have burnout. So some of you guys are actually going to take that advice, and if you're not, I'm telling you now to make sure you reserve your time, your energy, your money. Make sure you know where your money is going. Don't do that overspending type of a vibe, right? And I feel like when you do that, you will have, because you got the King of Pentacles that came out, so you will have what you need when you make sure you're spending with intention, right? And some of you guys are definitely going to close out a cycle on that. It's going to be very tiring on however you're getting the bag. It takes a lot of time and energy and money to get to where you're at, but it's all going to be worth it. Okay, because you're going to tap into a whole new beginning and a whole new bag. It could be a whole new job. It could be wherever you were before. Maybe you weren't recognized for all the things that you did, and maybe you're starting a new position within the same company, or maybe just a whole new place altogether, or maybe just quitting that job and starting your business full time. However this may pertain to you. Let's see what that big decision is all about. Yeah, so the decision is going to have to deal with your money, finances. Okay, we'll pull some money cards in a minute, but Yeah, it's gonna have to deal with that. You're gonna have to make a huge decision. There's something that you're gonna be thinking about or contemplating. So it could be how you're gonna move forward making money. This could be thinking of more opportunities or adding on a second job. However it looks for you. Um, but try not to. I feel like you are your biggest critic. Yeah, you're gonna be sitting pretty. You really are. You're gonna be moving with a lot of ideas, you guys. So this is looking good. It's going to come up for you. And I feel like everything that you did put into whatever it is that you're going to be putting like everything into, whatever it is you're working on, whether it's a business or a side, whatever, like say you have a job and you have a side hustle, and maybe that might bloom into something. So don't give up on yourself during this time if that is something that's going to be happening during Sag season. I feel like the fruits of your labor, you're going to be so happy. Okay, King of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, you got the King of Pentacles twice. I mean, need I say more with that, right? Will it be hard work? Yes, you got to put in the effort, you got to put in the time, you got to put in the energy. But if you're passionate about something, it's not going to feel like work. And also, if you are working somewhere, you're going to recognize where you're not being valued and take your energy into your passion project. Yeah, you might have to clock in 9 to 5, and then when you get home, you're going to focus on whatever craft that may be and really hone in on it. I don't care if you're running a TikTok shop, whatever you got going on to make an extra buck, it's going to thrive for you. And that's good. Clarify this bigger swords. Will you have sleepless nights? Will you be up till 2 a.m.? Maybe. Wheel of Fortune. A lot of money, a lot of good luck coming in for you guys. And I don't say it's luck. I just say when you're prepared, when you prepare yourself, when you get your mindset there. So a lot of money moves are going to be happening. A lot of opportunities can be presented to you to where you have to make the decision on, should I move there? Should I go there? Should I do that? You're really going to have to think about it. With this Wheel of Fortune here, a huge change. So whether you had to move to a new environment and all these opportunities start arising, or whether you had to just change your mindset or make some solid decision, if you want to partner with somebody, or if you want to just focus on yourself and really build something from the ground up, or maybe dust something off the shelf that was dusty and old that you tried a couple of years ago, retry it again with a new look, new brand, whatever it may be. There's something there, some type of talent that you guys may have too, or a skill set that you're going to be mastering. Let me see what this Ace of Cups is all about, though. Oh, okay, yep. Seven of Cups with the Ace of Cups. You guys are going to have tons of opportunities. Tons, like I said, and not every opportunity. Like I always say, not all money is good money, right? And I feel like you'll be able to spot out what's not working, what you really love. There could be things that you're super good at, but there's just no passion behind it, but you can execute it. So that's like, I call that easy money. You might be able to make money in your sleep, okay? But this can also mean love and romance too. If you guys are single, there could be multiple suitors coming in. Not all suitors are going to be for you if you guys are dating, okay? That might be a thing. Let me see about this Chariot. Yeah, so something about your emotions during Sag season. Something will be revealed to you, okay? And it's going to cause you to take control and step into the driver's seat. You can't rely on somebody else to do that for you, whatever it's going to be, okay? That just might be a thing, okay? Now, I'm going to move over to, let's game you a moon card here, because we just had the new moon energy. What's up, KB? Thanks for tuning in. We just had a new moon in Sag. Okay, so new moons, you guys, are a time for new seeds. Okay, it's time to really just plant something new, do it with intention, do it with integrity, and move forward. Okay, so let me get a moon card for you real quick. How are you feeling tonight? Thanks for tuning in. All right, let's see what we got. That new moon energy is still lingering, right? You got nothing will come of this situation. Okay. I feel as if whatever that last full moon that we had, it's like you could have went off course. It's like you looked at your garden and seen, I need to pluck this, I need to let that go, I need to stop that, I need to remove that, I don't have time for that, I ain't got room for this, I don't have space for that. So whatever that was, there's a deaded situation. Now we have new moon card came out, bring love into the situation. So whether this is, like I said, a passion project, you got to feel the love. You got to have the passion behind it. It's like having a fire lit under your butt. Like if you're good at doing something, great. That's something that you do on a subconscious level. It's kind of like riding a bike or driving your car, but you don't have that. It's like you have an ick more than you have a ooh about it, So there's something there to where it's got to have love, right? So put love into whatever it is you do. I don't care if it's cooking a meal, if it's decorating something, if it's creating something, if it's in a situation with another energy, another person. Put love into everything that you do, okay? And believe in the impossible came out, you guys. And that's full moon energy. Full moon's going to be at the end of Sag season, so there could be something, like I said, it might pop off. You might get see, oh my God, I got $1,000 just from doing that one video. What? It could be something just you didn't even think of on how you could receive income. Because we're ending Sag season with a full moon. We do also have you are good enough. Okay, more full moon energy. So I feel like some of these messages, you guys, I'm telling you, let me know in the comments down below. I want you to come back to this video when something transpires. Now I'm going to use my Ancestor Deck. Hey, what's going on, Chevy girl? Of course. You guys, I'm going to make sure you click the subscribe button and click the bell right next to it, because I'm going to start doing Astro updates again like back in the day, and then doing a reading at the end of the video. I did also start my Vixen Oracles channel, you guys, as well. It's a faceless reading YouTube. I have put those and connected it with this channel on here, so you guys can tap into those too, because those have been juicy, let me tell you. Okay. Ooh, look at that. 3 came out. 3 is my number, you guys. You know I got my chain 333. Let's see what we got. We have storyteller, water, and father. Okay. Let's see. So an authoritative figure, or you could be an authoritative type of person, have the authoritative energy. Okay. What I'm getting from this with water is like, let's let it flow, right? Let everything flow. Okay. And you have storyteller. So that's like utilizing your imagination. So whatever it may be, Sag season is going to bring in a lot of ideas. Instead of just having them here, make sure you even write them all down. You can revisit them whenever you want. A month later, 2 weeks later, 2 days later, a year later. I have ideas that are just sitting, and then I revamped them and came back and did it, because you could be in a different energy, a different light. Remember, when the sun shifts, it's highlighting a certain house for you. And remember, there's 12 houses, so maybe sometimes you're not in an energy to do certain things, but I feel as if now just allow things to flow is what it's saying, okay? During Sag season. Say that 10 times fast. Thank you, Miss Chevy. Yeah, allow things to flow. Utilize your imagination, you guys, okay? Just try not to be Sag doesn't like to be stuck. So no matter what sign you are, just allow it to just flow. Get creative. Think like a kid again, So many people right now are thriving off just being them, being transparent. Like, the most craziest things go viral nowadays. You have no idea. And just see what sticks. I don't know if you guys seen that video where this chick was trying to get her music out, right? And she said, okay, I'm going to put a group number on each video, and I'm going to see what sticks. It's that same energy. And everyone, group 7 got so big to where now group 7 is literally like Netflix made a playlist just for group 7 people. Like, what? So you never know where things are going to go. Let's pull some crystal cards and see what crystals might assist you during this time as well. three again. So let's see. Interesting. We have channeling quartz. Okay, so with channeling quartz, you guys, this is like a crystal of inspiration. Okay, so you want to pretty much use this crystal, you know, when it's delivered to you, it's for your consciousness to alleviate maybe some of the ideas, put them on paper, get them into action. So that crystal is definitely for all the wisdom and all the knowledge that you gained, and then turning that into something beautiful. You can really create something. You can really channel and put a lot of love and good energy into that. So that would be a good crystal to have, especially if you are a person that is always inspired, or you feel inspired by something, but you just never kind of do it. You're like, oh, I like that. Oh, that's cool. I always want to do that one day. And then you never did it. And then here goes like 2 months later, you see somebody, oh my God, I wanted to do that. And then they were doing it. Oh, what? I should have did that shit. Like that's that energy right there. So get a channeling quartz. And especially if you travel a lot, it's good to have a crystal like that. You guys do also have red goldstone for Sag season. Okay, so this is being authentic, this is being loyal, this is being, you know, full of life. It just enhances all of that good energy, okay, to where you feel good with the red goldstone. Do I have a red goldstone? Right here. I have like I have like all these crystals all over the place. So definitely it's, you know, just thinking of ways to bring joy. Sag likes to be happy. Think of if you're a Sag moon, sun, or rising, like that energy, it's like if something like detrimental happens to a Sag, they laugh. Or if they lie about something, they get caught. They just laugh everything off. So bringing that joy when you have emotional blocks is going to be key too. That way you can release. We also have dioptess here as well. This is another, it's like it looks so dope. Kind of looks like a meteorite. It's really, you have this when all of your words, your thoughts, and actions, when you have that kind of a crystal around, it's going to flow through your heart center. If you guys don't realize, your heart is like one of the, you know, your whole entire biofield. Your heart is like magnetic. It literally is the center of everything. So with that, it's like enjoying the fruits of your labor and not feeling bad for it, you know, like feeling abundant. Like if somebody wants to gift you something, accept it. If somebody wants to give you something, take it. That's literally source using another vessel to give you what you asked for. So don't say no. If you keep saying no, like if I go to the store, you know, hey, can I get you some water, ma'am? And you're like, nope, it's okay. Nope, I don't want that. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, the universe is gonna be like, oh, okay, you saying no to everything that I'm dishing out? Cool. We're just gonna back up and not give you anything. You can take it like that. You don't have to. But if you say yes, and even if you didn't want that cookie that somebody offered you, give it to somebody else, you know, give it to a homeless person or something. I don't know. So with that stone, it's a calming stone. Now, what we've all been waiting for, actually, yeah, let me do a chakra card too. I'm gonna do a chakra card, money, and then love. How about that? Let's see. How y'all feeling tonight? How y'all feeling? So during the seasons, I'll do multiple decks. That way you guys can see what resonates. Fortune. What did I say? You had two King of Pentacles that came out earlier, and a Nine of Pentacles. And now you have the Fortune card. So a lot of change is going to happen. I'm telling you, something with a money opportunity or some way to bring in abundance for you is going to come through. It's going to be a major shift in your wallet, a major shift in your bank account. Okay. But there's something that always has to die or has to end in order for something new to come. We do have oneness here. It's going to give you the sense of feeling whole again. It's going to make you feel good. I know a lot of us, there's a lot of, you see it happen all the time. People going viral, people making money, people selling stuff. Let them hustle however they want to hustle and however they want to do it. Allow yourself to accept that and find a way for you to make a way. You know what I'm saying? If anybody can do it, you can. I see it all the time. People on live, some people don't have hands, they don't have arms, their face is deformed, and they're going live and they're balling out of their bucket holes. Like their bags are packed, like fat. They are, no matter what you say, you are helping them. If you're commenting, liking, sharing, whatever, you're helping them. Like they're getting a bag no matter what. So can you, right? So something is going to end. It could be an old version of you. It could be a job. It could be an old opportunity. It could be something so that you can make room for something else. And it's going to make you feel whole. So with that fortune and that oneness, honey, so have a little bit more compassion for yourself during this time as you're building. 49 equaling the number 13, which equals 4. So support, stability, safety. Okay. Some of you guys might even get married or engaged with the number 4, but you also just might be in a celebration of what's to come during Sag season. Okay. So have a little bit more compassion for yourself. Be a little bit more optimistic. This is optimistic land right now. This is where any idea you have, throw it and see what sticks. I'm telling you, okay? And once again, 13 equaling number 4, your emotions. You might get emotional over this. There could be some many changes, some many blessings. It is the holidays. You just never know who's going to gift you, who's going to give you something, any random acts of kindness could occur during Sag season, you guys. Since we're on money, let me bring up the money deck while we're at it. Good, awesome, right? I know. It's all a mindset thing. Because money is energy, right? Let's see, what do we have for Sag season? And if you really think about it, it's like you shouldn't be afraid or scared or have fear or doubt, especially if you're dealing with online world or internet. Like you just got to get out there. You got to take the mask off. You just got to just be transparent. Everyone loves transparency right now. Why? Because people are finding out all these things that they were indoctrinated with, what they learned from our own government, politics, all that stuff. Now all the conspiracy theorists have been true, have been accurate, have been right this whole time, right? And so it's like, what's truth? If they've lied to us for so long, we want authenticity and truth. So you walk in your truth right now. Start saving or stacking towards your passions or whatever it is that you're working on or building. Okay, some of you guys might have a secret stash somewhere. You might be doing laundry and find $5 in your jeans. You have no idea. Okay. Some of you guys could, have something as far as a career in the mask is there, like acting or being an assistant of some sort. There's some type of hidden potential there. You could have some type of hidden potential. I would say sit down, write down a list of all the skills you have, all the things that you want to learn, like a new skill, and all the things that you're just dying to try or do. Like, for example, I bought a tattoo gun that's been sitting in my garage for like a couple months now. I still haven't just sat down to figure out how to learn how to tattoo. I know it's going to be different. It might be a little hard, even though I know I can draw portraits in pencil really good, but tattooing might be totally different. I might be able to draw the stencil all nice, but when it comes to tattooing, so that's another hidden potential, right? So there's some unknown energy. You do also have the feather. So easy money. There's something that you do when you write that list. There's some skill that you have or something that you can do that just comes as easy as riding a bike to where you can make easy money. It's so easy for you. You just got to apply yourself and try. And if you don't, divine intervention is going to step through because some of those planets are not going to go retrograde anymore. So you're really going to see that light work. It's going to be air related. I feel like this could be even something with travel. There's something that's undecided as well when the feather comes out. But something's going to come in and it's going to make you feel light as a feather because you know money gives you options, right? And when we have options, that makes us feel better about what we're doing and how we're moving, checking and jiving, right? Okay, let's do I want to use my Vixen Love Box cards because I haven't used those in a long time. Let's see what the love box got going on. The love box. Alright, guys. Oh, these cards are talking. Let me tell you. Whoa. Whoa. There's a lot that came out, y'all. Take what resonates and leave out the rest. Let me tell you that. You are my everything, and I want to be in your skin. Now, whether you're in a relationship or not, I'll let you know for singles or relationship. You could just be talking to somebody. Okay. You're my everything, and I want to be in your skin. So, and these could be things that people just are afraid to say. A lot of people don't know how to express their emotions, so I like to use these cards. You don't know how much you helped me become a better person. Okay, there could be someone that you're dropping gems and dimes to all the time, giving them advice, giving them a space to listen to whatever it is they have to say when they're talking about life. We also have didn't want to leave you, but I had to let you fly. Sometimes, whether it's a friendship, a situationship, a side pieceship, whatever relationship you're sailing, this could be a business partnership. Sometimes people will recognize where you're at and they will know internally that, ooh, I wasn't good enough for this person, or ooh, I didn't hold up to a certain standard, or ooh, I overstepped my boundaries, or I know they deserve better than what I'm giving them. So that could be a thing. We also have here, I want you so bad. Oh, thanks for tuning in, KV. We will always be as one. Please forgive me for everything I did to upset you. I'm grateful for all the things that you've done for me. As soon as I open my eyes, I think of you. Wish I never lied to you. So this could be, a multitude of things that has happened where it sounds like somebody's regretting hurting you because you didn't deserve any of it. You know what I mean? Okay. Now, one for the road. I'm going to give you guys a card of inspiration. What's the last thing that we all need to know for the collective as far as our oracles? And that's that on that. Taking risks. Oh, this is such a Sag energy and healing chaos. Sag season is all about taking risks, you guys. And look at this. It's like traveling, okay? Being outdoors, discovering new things, higher learning. That could all be a theme. So fire energy is where you take risks. That's what I said. You have all these major ideas. Take a risk on it. Know your value, know your worth, raise your prices, whatever that may look like for you. Okay, really tap in, take action. That's an action card. Don't just leave it up here, take action on it. You also have healing chaos. So look at this tornado. So some of you guys could have been in an energy where you're moving from the dark to the light in a sense, to where you went through so much and now you can actually live life. Some of us, I like to call it, it's like living and healing at the same time. Like some people think they can't do anything until they've fully healed. We're never fully healed. It's like a lifetime journey, right? So this healing through chaos is now you can actually live your life how you want to live it, but also be healing at the same token. And I think that's beautiful. So you guys don't forget to smash that subscribe button, click the bell right next to it, that way you guys are notified every time I go live, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.